Okay, so welcome. In this video I'm going to go over subtracting. So I'm not going to write out the steps because the steps for subtracting unlike units, measures with unlike units, or subtracting mixed measures is exactly the same steps for addition, except instead of adding, you subtract. That's it. That's the only difference. So I'm not going to write out all the steps again because they're exactly the same, except instead of adding, you're subtracting. So I'm going to go through and explain as I'm doing these two examples. So in this example here, I want to subtract 15 inches from 2 feet. So again, in this example, I have to convert one of these to the other unit, right? So I have to use both of these have to be inches, or both of these have to be in feet. Again, it's easier to convert this to inches. Otherwise, if I converted this to feet, I'd be dealing with a fraction or a mixed number, and then I'd have to be dealing with decimals. Okay, so avoid that. I can just change the larger unit to the smaller unit and then subtract whole numbers. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to make this into inches. So that means I'm going to take 15 inches from 24 inches. So that means I'm going to take 2 feet. So I'm taking 2 feet minus 15 inches. And that's equal to 24 inches minus 15 inches. So all I did was change the 2 feet to inches. And so now 24 minus 15, I can easily do that. And that's going to give me 9 inches. And so that's the answer. Okay. Now if I changed it to feet, I would end up with 3/4 of a foot. Right? So again, just to avoid dealing with fractions or decimals, I used inches. Okay? But it wouldn't be wrong to do it the other way. Okay? Now, what about this example here? Subtract 5 feet 3 inches from 7 feet 4 inches. So now this is a mixed measure. So again, I'm going to line up the units by column, in columns, and then I'm just going to subtract column by column, if you will. So I'm going to rewrite this. So I'm going to subtract this from this. So that means I'm going to write this underneath. So this is going to be 5 feet 3 inches, and I'm subtracting, right? Because I want to subtract this from this. So it's this way. So now I'm just going to subtract. Well, 7 minus 5 is 2 feet. 4 minus 3 is 1 inch. Okay. Now, you also have to realize that sometimes that this number will be smaller than this number, and so I'll have to borrow. And so the way you borrow when you subtract is the same way we borrow with anything, except we got to remember the conversion, right? So if I borrow 1 foot from here, I have to add 12 inches over here because of the conversion, 12 inches per foot. Okay? So, but we'll get to that next time. But in this case here, I look, there's no regrouping, so it's already in standard notation, so I'm done. So the answer is 2 feet 1 inch. And that's it. Have a great day.